Today we're going to be talking about how our market research, which we've done previously and also recently because we've done several different ones.
As well as throughout, because we done like throughout our whole production we have been like gaining audience feedback. So even for example, like the music we used, the slogan that we used, we conducted audience feedback in order to see if like they thought that we should use a different sound, so maybe a more creepy, or if the pitch was too high and therefore we needed a different like soundtrack, so that sort of thing.
Which one do you prefer and why?
I prefer number one, which is think once, think twice, think insanity. And I like it because it's short and simple and it's different from other trailers.
Because we thought that was important to conduct target research throughout, because at the end of the day those are our target audience, and therefore we need to know what they like in order for us to actually create something which they would actually go and watch themselves. So it was really helpful in us gaining different like audience research, like audience feedback in terms for all three of our products. So like for example, when I edited the poster, like the image, because originally I wanted it in colour, so I then conducted a small like audience research where I had showed an edited version. So one was done in black and white and one was done in coloured, and then from there they chose the black and white one, hence why I have used we chose to finalise for our final product, we used the black and white version of the image because they thought that was much more powerful.
And we also did like a survey, like a poll for the different titles that we was going to use for our trailer. So it's like Insanity, Bondage and all the
And then there was Deranged.
Yeah.
So from that, what our aim was, we weren't sure as a group, I said me and Chloe, we weren't sure which one we wanted to actually use, because we liked all the ideas. However, when we actually conducted the research, when we asked our audience what they preferred, and it ticked it, so basically the one that ended up with the most ticks, so in this case Insanity, is what we actually went for. Yeah.
So in terms of one of the market research that we've done, we gathered different age groups and we showed them two different trailers. Or was it 3 different trailers?
Yeah, 3 different trailers.
And one of them had the theme of religion in it. And within this trailer we asked them the question, do they find the use of the theme of religion uncomfortable? And it was evident that they did. And in the horror genre, they often play on what people fear.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be a good idea to use religion, despite the fact that they disliked it being used, so that we can evoke a reaction of fear from them.
She has a job. She has a boyfriend.
Another one that we done was that we asked them, this was like from different ages, ranging from like the youngest being I think 11 all the way to I think 30s plus. So we chose to use like men and women, and little girls wanted to know like the different views on like religion and the other themes the other issues that we covered.
And also we asked the participants, did they dislike the lack of representation of women within these trailers? And it was evident that they did, and it links to the idea that they often just represent women as either victims or like the slut trope, they're like blonde and they're like ditzy and then they always die first, which is like in Scream, the 1996 version. And we then decided to subvert this in a way, because we made Megan, the character who is Flora's sister, intelligent, but she looks typically like the victim that you see in male gaze.
So like the slut trope.
Yeah. So then the element of male gaze is there. However, she's intelligent, so we decided to subvert it to make it more interesting.
Our protagonist, like we only have one male character and the rest of them are female. So again, it's showing that we listen to our audience feedback in terms of having more roles for our for women and women playing the protagonist, because it's not conventional for like women to be like, unless they're the final girls, to actually survive and have a major roles.
From our audience feedback, it was evident that they believe that the sound played a factor in reinforcing what was shown on the screen. So like when editing, whilst Priscilla was with me, we made sure that it's synced together, but also that the sound fitted with the images. So like if there was a knife, it has to be like building tension.
Yeah, so the climate, so we put like a climatic, if that's a word, we put like climatic music
like
behind it, and we made sure that that level was high. So like it evoked more of a like a reaction from the audience, because like you could see when we actually done the preview, like a lot of them were like kind of like scared when like the sound, like the pitch of the like the soundtrack went up. Some of them felt really uncomfortable, and then they came to us afterwards, they're like, oh my gosh, we thought that the music was good, as well as like the shots that were used went along with it quite well. So for example, like Megan, when she's running and you have the door, oh, I can see you. They loved the fact that it was a little girl was used, and the fact that she was the evil one, and you don't expect that. So I thought that was really good.
So it kind of links to like hybrid genre, because typically like in contemporary films they don't really represent young protagonists. But it kind of links to the Gothic era, with like our main influence of the Turn of the Screw, which has shaped our narrative and the characters within it. So it highlights that films which use two different genres together can often
it's much more
it's a new audience to something that they wouldn't
it's
really
received better. It's received better by the audience, because they can engage, like you said, they can engage with them a lot more than if it was just like, let's say, one genre and stuff like that, which we did not want to like focus on, so we subverted that.
We didn't want to make it cliche. We wanted to make it
something different, so that audience will actually come and see it, because they were kind of bored of seeing the same old, like the man killing the woman and so forth.